Good afternoon. It's the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm with you until probably around 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It's still cold out. It's not as cold as it's been, but it's still cold. So I hope everything is good. I hope everybody is good. Um, so what's going on? Hold on. Let me say from the outset, even before I do the hellos. I know I said I was going to talk about the one case. I didn't get an opportunity to even look at the stuff that Alethea sent me. So that won't be today. That won't be today. So I apologize for that. But it's a couple other things that I kind of want to talk about, that I want to discuss. So come on in. Let me say hello to the people who are here, and then we'll start. Okay, this might be a short show. I might not be here till 5. I think I'm going to be here till 5, but we'll see. It might be a short show. I'm not making any promises as of right now. All right? So just roll with it as long as it happens. Robert Willis, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Steban Speed, representing Queensgate, good afternoon. Got Anthony Prosser in the house. Good afternoon. Scott Bain. Good afternoon to Scott. Hold on. Where are you going? Where are you going? Stop. And Daryl Carpenter. Daryl Carpenter. He's representing Forest Park. Those are the top 5. Or the first 5. Whichever way you want to look at it. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Thank y'all for checking in. Brenda Early, representing Fairfield. Good afternoon. Samuel Campbell Jr., out of East Walnut Hills, good afternoon. Pamela Kinney, representing North Avondale, good afternoon. Lewis Talbert, good afternoon. We got Dina Johnson in the house. An angel. All it really takes to qualify for angel status is tell me I'm not fat. That's it. You are an angel. Dina, good afternoon out there in Walnut Hills. Pamela says it's currently 33 degrees outside, which is above freezing. Terry Anderson, representing downtown, good afternoon. Got Crystal Hoskins in the house, representing the Christ Hospital. Now the dentist. I'm not sure what that means. You're at the dentist. You're in. I'm not sure what that means. Let me know what that meant. You work for a dentist at Christ Hospital? Are you now a dentist? I'm a little confused. Let's see. Got Nat Turner in the house. Good afternoon. He's representing Madville. Erica Hummings out there in Reading. Good afternoon. Tria, classy people, report. Tria in the house. Columbia Township. Good afternoon. DeAndre Crosby, he says hola to you too. Anthony says, tell me sweet little lies. Man, don't be a hater. Don't be a hater. If somebody tell you that, you are intelligent or, you look good, I'm not going to hate on them. So don't be a hater if somebody tell me I'm not fat. Bonita Gaines, representing Roselawn. Good afternoon. Ben Thomas, he's listening in Southeast Loveland. All right. Good afternoon. We got Maria Smith out there in North College Hill. Good afternoon, Maria. Andrea says good afternoon. Andrea Bustle, that is. Good afternoon, representing Gulf Manor. Crystal says, I was at work. Now I'm at the dentist. Checkup appointment. Okay. I gotta go to the dentist. I need to make an appointment. Thank you, Crystal. I'll make me an appointment to the dentist tomorrow. I need to make an appointment. Carolyn Smith, representing East Walnut Hills. Good afternoon. Eugene out there at Finneytown Kroger. I never say bull. I just tell the truth. Because you don't agree with the truth, don't make it bull. That's just, it is what it is. Ben Thomas says, salute to my guys. All right. All right. Well, good afternoon. Those are all the people who have said hello to me so far. And so hello to all of you. To those who have not said hello and who won't say hello, hello to you too. You shouldn't be so mean. It don't take a whole lot of effort just to say hello. But that's okay. That's okay. I hope everything again is going good for everybody. So, Nat says, I just went to the dentist last week. Yeah, I got to get in there. It's been, I told y'all like my dentist had passed away, black dentist, and I had to find a new black dentist, and you find a new black dentist. And I was going to one of them, what do you call them? I don't even remember the name of the place. It's so impersonal. It's like a chain, like the McDonald's of dentistry. And I can't remember the name of the place. I don't know why I can't remember the name of the place. Is it Aspen? Aspen Dental. Yeah, I was going there. And I just, it's like, it's not Aspen. I was going to Aspen. But I want to go to, I don't know. I like to support my people. So I found a new dentist in the kind of Clifton, Mount Auburn area that I have to go to now. So we'll see how it goes. Couple things. There was a school shooting in Nashville. And I mean, I guess technically two people dead. The guy shot two people in the cafeteria reportedly, and then turned the gun on himself. And I hate to hear stories like that. But I don't want to sound like I'm a prophet or nothing. But I told y'all that if Trump got elected very shortly after he took office, we would see some school shootings. I told y'all that. And sure enough, it's happening. No, I'm just playing. I hear people say stuff like that all the time. Like, didn't I tell y'all that this was gonna happen? No, you didn't. Anybody can say, oh, some bad stuff gonna happen if this person, and then every bad thing, oh, I predicted it. I didn't predict anything. I didn't. I wish people would stop doing that. Though. I told y'all. Didn't I tell y'all? How many times have I told y'all? I wish people would stop doing that. We can all. Okay. Prophecy alert. It's not really a prophecy alert. Fake prophecy alert. Donald Trump is the president. The next city that Donald Trump goes to, eventually, somebody gonna get shot in that city. I don't care what city it is. If Donald Trump go to Dallas, eventually somebody in Dallas gonna get shot. If he goes to Jacksonville, eventually somebody in Jacksonville gonna get shot. And when it happened, don't say I didn't tell you. I hate when people do that. I don't even know what you get from doing that. I don't know what you get out of it. I don't. But yeah, it's bad. I just want people to learn how to deal with conflict and problem solving. And I've said this before, so I'm not gonna, as they say, beat a dead horse too bad. I'm gonna beat that mug a little bit, but I'm not gonna beat him too bad. I don't want us to pretend like we're not feeding into it. a lot of us who don't want, and we genuinely don't want to see this stuff. We don't want to see it, but we do feed into it. And again, it is unintended consequences. It's unintended consequences. Yes, when we glorify, and I'm using the term glorify because that's the way I see it. When we glorify gang behavior and bad behavior and just general misdeeds, when we glorify bad music, even bad video games, of all of the things that I'm thinking of, I think in my mind, video games is very, very low on the ladder of influences that's influencing young people to go into schools and shoot, or influencing violence on the street or anything like that. But I accept that it may have somewhat of an influence. And I play video games and all of that kind of stuff. Twin say time to log off from this board. Twin, don't be mad. Yeah, when you get on reminiscing lovingly and longingly about your gang days, talking about it as if wasn't nothing wrong with it, you're encouraging someone else to participate in it. That's just the truth. Because everybody ain't gonna see it the way that you think you putting it out. That's just the truth. When dudes are talking about their sexual conquests back when they were young, I don't know that you can brag about your sexual conquest from back in the day and not understand how a young person listening might kind of glean from that, okay, that's not a bad thing. I can do my dirt early and then, I can eventually stop. Because, come on, some young people don't think about it the way you think about it. They think about it probably the way you thought about it when you were young. I can get in, I can do my little dirt, and then I can get out. And you talking about don't follow my path. Don't follow my path. I was this and I was that and I did this and I did that and I did this and I did that and I made all this money and I made all that money and I bought cars and I had women and blah, blah, blah. And then I got caught and I went to jail. You know what the young person is thinking? Some of them. What? Hold on. I can do this and do this and do that. I can make money. I can get women. Have a lot of sex, buy cars. And then I just have to stop before I get caught. They don't think, oh, you're going to get caught. They think, oh, let me get it in and then let me get out before I get caught. Nobody ever really thinks they going to get caught doing the stuff that we talking about. Like, oh, that was so fun. Now, of course, I didn't live a gang life or anything like that. And I've never been in a gang. I don't think I ever would be in a gang. But if I did, and I was telling people about it, I would only talk about the bad stuff, I think. Like, yeah, I was in a gang. It was effed up. It ain't no good in that. Oh, I made a whole lot of money. I wouldn't do that. Because then for some young person that just want to make a whole lot of money, that seems like a way to do it. So yeah, again, it's unintended consequences. It's unintended consequences. But you have to think about that. You have to think about that. So I want us, those of us who are out here, and I'm not just talking about people on platforms and stuff like that. you walk around and you hear people trying to, talk to young people and their heart be in the right place. I can tell them young people not to get involved in that criminal life like I was. Let me come into your school and talk to the young people. People let them come to the school and talk to the young people. And they glorify their past drug life or gang life or whore life or, whatever. If they talking for 30 minutes, they probably going to glorify that stuff for at least 15. Because, you got to set it up. I could drive any car I wanted. I could buy anything I wanted. I could have any woman I wanted. You got to talk about that for about 15 minutes to get it in their head that it looked good on the outside. But you're really telling them it's kind of good. But then one day, I got messy and I got caught. Oh, the young person thinking, so I can do it. I just had to not get messy. Get out before I get messy. That's why I don't like it when they glorify, certain hip hop artists who say, I don't know whether they actually live that life, but certain hip hop artists who say that they started off selling drugs and then they transitioned to this. And now he a billionaire. That's why I don't like it when they glorify that. Because then some young people will look at that as a plan. Well, you see how so-and-so came up? Yeah, he was selling drugs and then he took that drug money and then he, got out the drug game and he started making records. Yeah, I could do that. I just need enough money for... And they don't think that they're glorifying it. I mean, they're not intentionally glorifying it. Fame says, your take on the Paul Brown Stadium lease is horrible. What are you talking about? I haven't said anything about the Paul Brown Stadium lease. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you're talking about on Wyatt's show. Again, Randall Wyatt, he does a show called Wyatt Live. I listen to it almost every day. Some days I don't get an opportunity to listen to it. I'll be busy. But if I have the opportunity, I listen to it. And towards the end of his show, he was talking about the lease, the Bengals and the Paul Brown Stadium. And I had thoughts on it. Oh, Lord. Hold on, it's not answering the phone. Okay, there we go. CK.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, sir. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm off today, finally, sir.
All right. Off day. You can't beat an off day.
Huh?
Said you can't beat a good off day.
Right. Thursday. Yeah. They got me off like that, man. But, yeah, I was listening to what you were saying about the drug dealer rappers turn billionaires. Fascinating, sir. You hear me?
All right. I know you don't agree with me because you're in favor of drug dealing, right?
No, I agree with you. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
This is complex.
Okay.
This is complex. So I do agree with you.
Okay.
The complexity of the situation.
All right.
And so I'm going to lay the facts to you and you tell me what you, okay.
Well, hold on. Now, before you lay the facts out,
yes, sir.
Do it slow because I'm slow and it takes me some time to process the information as y'all give it. That's how y'all confuse me. So y'all give the information like I'm a smart guy, and y'all just throw it out there and I'll be like, whoa, hold on. I don't understand this. So lay it out for me slow. Go ahead.
Okay. It all started back in 1990. But look, when Sean Carter, let's use him since he's close to that.
And who is Sean
Close
Carter?
to the character. Jay-Z.
Okay.
He's close to the character we're talking about. So he came out talking about, he's a big time kingpin. He lost 80 bricks. He had enough money. He made it through all this. And, a bald head nut by the name of Tupac Shakur always questioned him about it. He said, King of New York, like you the one? Stop it. Like it really wasn't making too much sense to the young lad. So as time went on, he became the successful businessman, close to billionaire status. People have always questioned his legitimacy as a drug dealer. And my opinion on that, Mr. Livingston, was why not take that route and be like, yes, even if it is true, take the I was just playing route. You know what I mean? For the youth. Okay, this is what bugs me. Within the last 3 years, Faison Love, are you familiar with Faison Love?
I'm familiar with Faison Love. And he's the kind of impetus for the very popular saying, that's a fat Faison lie. Yes.
Right. So this guy has challenged Jay-Z. Like, no, you was not a drug dealer. You was hanging around the guys. Boom. So as a 50-year-old man, Jay-Z responded like, no, he just got on the. I never understood why would he even challenge that being where he's at now. Like, so you're 50 and a billionaire and still saying you sold drugs back in the day. It's like, if you really was a drug dealer, wouldn't you want people not to think you was a drug dealer? So you see the complexity of it?
I see the complexity of it. I see exactly what you're saying, but I think that becomes the issue is that there's a culture that elevates that. And, like I can't say that I'm not because then I cease to, have any credibility in terms of who I am. So there is a culture that elevates that and who wants to not be elevated if they're a part of that culture.
But like you said, Livingston, we're 50 now. It doesn't matter if I really sold drugs. So you still trying to impress. So who you trying to impress? So now at this point, you aren't trying to impress the kids. So you're trying to influence the youth, Mr. Sean Carter. You're trying to tell them, no, I really did sell cocaine. Damn. So do you want them to do the same? You want them to follow your footsteps? That's what I'm saying. This is the complexity. So even if you was a kingpin, I would suggest feeding into the King of New York, like you the one. Yes, I was just selling a character. I was not a murderer. I was not a drug dealer. I was not a player. I was an entertainer. That makes sense to the youth. It doesn't make sense talking about you sold drugs because you're trying to influence them to be young hustlers like you was. Right?
Right. I agree. And I know it's a culture thing. I don't know exactly what was his name? Joe Kennedy? Like the Kennedy dynasty. I don't know exactly what he was into, but allegedly he was into some illegal stuff. And, that's kind of how he came up. But then, they kind of turned legit, so to speak. I don't hear.
You talking about John F. Kennedy, daddy?
Yeah. I don't hear.
Damn, you went back.
I don't hear any of the Kennedys. Didn't hear any of the Kennedys like, yeah, my daddy used to sell that shit. That's how I became president. My daddy was out there on them streets. Like, no. Put that stuff aside. Act like it didn't happen. If people find out about it, you be like, I don't want to talk about that. You just let it. But you know what I'm saying? If you're not trying to promote that lifestyle, you push that to the side, to the back, and it's something hopefully that your family and all that kind of stuff never have to answer for. But if you are trying to promote the lifestyle, then, yeah, you got to talk about it.
There it is. Now, you just said it. That's what a true G, a gentleman. We're going to say gentleman for the kids. A true G would say what you said. I don't want to talk about that. Because G's moving silent, like lasagna. The G ain't in there, is it?
Well, no. It's not lasagna. It's not.
So a G moves in silence. So why would you want to talk about what G's did back in their 20s? Oh, you trying to impress the little? Yeah, I showed a little coke, little young blood. Yeah, I mean, I showed a couple birds. One time I lost 40 bricks. He lost 40 bricks, lost 80 bricks. So you up here with you. What the big Noriega, the real Noriega? He owe me 100 favors. You with the big boys. And ain't nobody knock your head off. You ain't go to prison, huh? Like so many of our young black youth back then, I was flipping those bricks. It was a one-way ticket. All is welcome. That's what it said when I went to the penitentiary. All is welcome. Any one of y'all want to come up in here, you can go up in here. Everyone. It's a one-way ticket. And you better hope to get up out of there. You hear me? That's how you talk to the youth.
Yes.
Because you're talking about being a billionaire now. You're telling dreams that, oh, I can flip a few bricks and turn into the next Jay-Z.
Yep.
Bad. Big mistake.
Yes.
Big mistake. But remember, he's the one that's still alive. You have to change. You have to change because you don't want to drive the youth into a well and leave them down there. You want to uplift them. Education. Preach education to the kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they will get on to that. You don't teach drugs to the kid, drug dealing. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yes, sir.
So we do agree on this subject matter because of the influence and the age.
Okay.
You know, you've been a billionaire long enough not to push this. Now you're peddling drugs still at 50? So you're still selling crack, Jay-Z. You're just selling it in a different form. He's still selling it, Livingston.
I understand exactly what you're saying. Yes.
Yep. And because I cooked today finally, right? Because I've been ordering fast food, so I had to cook. I cooked me some tuna helper, Mr. Livingston.
Ooh, tuna helper.
Yes, sir. Have you ever ate that?
I have. It was nasty.
Yeah, it's kind of dry body. You got to wet it up. It's a little dry body.
Right.
A little dry.
But you don't mess with no tuna helper.
What about hamburger helper? Do you still eat hamburger helper?
I haven't eaten hamburger helper in I don't know how long, but I would still eat hamburger helper. I'm not anti-hamburger helper.
So tell me how the life is now. So now y'all just eat healthy, like since you're in your 50s, or like how you do dinners and stuff. Like you eat like the meat, the starch, and the green vegetable like that.
Look, I pretty much just eat whatever. Now, you know, if Mrs. Livingston cooked, you know, she be, you know, trying to balance stuff, and it's always, you know, a nice balance of this and balance of that, and, you know, she's baking chicken and all that kind of stuff, and, you know, she try to keep it a little on the healthy side, but me, I just eat whatever. As a non-cooking person, you know what I'm saying, I can't cook. I cook, but I can't cook. So for me, cooking is, like you said, some hamburger helper. To me, that's cooking. You know what I'm saying?
So I wonder if you like me, man. You probably like me. Look, this is what I miss about you. Know, I'm a former married guy, right? But I'm gonna tell you what I do miss about marriage. Coming home to that whole warm, hot meal. And these times, oh my God. Now that makes me, honey, I'm home. You remember that? Oh, you still living it?
Yeah, I guess I am.
That's a good living, ain't it?
It is good living.
Your wife be doing you like that?
Like what?
We have your meal cooked when you come home from work?
No.
See? Hey, if they even just listen to the ladies that's listening, do that for your man. You're going to keep his ass forever. Because, hey, what they say, the way to our heart is through our stomach.
I don't know that I agree with that. But
so you don't think the cooking is a big percentage of the marriage game?
No.
What percentage you put the cooking at? Not just cooking, just household things, womanly duties.
I don't think that cooking is I think it all plays a part. Like if she the best cook, my dinner is amazing and it's ready and it's on the table when I come home, piping hot and all that kind of stuff. But she mean as hell. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Everything is an argument. It's just all
Right,
drama.
right.
I'm eating this super delicious meal while she fussing at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yep.
like, damn, your
Yep.
food. You know what I'm saying? Make this a happy home.
Right, right. That sounded like my North Memphis chick I had a while back. She could cook, but this girl would not shut up. Just kept. I was like, man, I'm out. I'm out of these 5,000. You hear me? Just kept talk, yappity yappity yap. I said, God dang, I'm out of here. The food was good. I hated to leave the food, but like you said, I can't deal with this. And just negativity, it's different, convo. But yeah, I understand what you mean.
Yeah,
You're
so
right,
that's why I say
and that's how it usually goes.
it all play a part. You know what I'm saying? If I'm happy, like if my home is happy, I got everything I need, but you can't cook, hey, we can go out. You know what I'm saying? We can eat whatever. It ain't that big of a deal because everything else in my life is in order. If maybe you take some cooking classes, maybe we can take some cooking classes together. We can figure the food out. But life got to be good and happy. So to say, oh, the food is the big deal, like, no, the food ain't the.
I got two.
It plays a part, but yeah.
I'm currently dealing with two red bones. They friends, and we friends, but I'm just in the middle, just getting the social, getting to know them and stuff. But that's what we have in common. We love to eat. They can put it down, right? So I'm like, I say, well, I love y'all. Y'all remind me of my mama. They eat like my mama. Livingston, you feel me? My mama down in Decatur gobbling them up like Pac-Man. You hear me? Gobbling them up like Pac-Man. And they still got Church's Chicken down there.
Oh.
And Decatur.
Okay.
So like I say, my two red bone, they smashing crazy. I'm talking about $50. Not 50. This girl bought some lamb chops for $40 for lunch. I say, girl, you done lost your damn mind. Some lamb chops for lunch, sir. But that's how they be living. But that's why I love them too, because they appetite. But they cool people though. But you know what I mean. But yeah.
All right.
But
you say you
right
got
about that. I agree.
You got two red. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring it up.
Two
I don't. No.
light-skinned-
I don't need to
two
explore it.
light-skinned
I don't
women.
need to explore it anymore.
Yeah.
Congratulations, and I wish the best
They just friends.
for y'all. Okay.
Yeah, we on that celibate shit right now. I'm the celibate, so I can get in with these women good now. When you celibate, but they like a non-thirsty guy. That's what women like, pretty women. When you're non-thirsty, you can get all the way in. Now, if you thirsty, you a hound dog, they don't want you around.
Well, look. It's been my experience and experience of a lot of the guys that I know. There's nothing wrong with not being thirsty and being in celibate relationships and all of that kind of stuff. But when they drop you in that friend zone, bro, and you trying to do something else, you might want to make because you 50 something. You might want to make your intentions known, man.
No, I'm 48, man. Don't do me like that. I'm 48.
Okay, you 48. You damn near 50. You might want to make your intentions known. Most of the women in their 40s, close to 50s, ain't got time to be playing around. You know what I'm saying? They understand. They done messed up a whole lot of, I don't want to say they messed up a lot of their life, but you know what I'm saying? They done let some opportunities pass them by. And the ones who, in my mind, who about something, they want to be about something. You either my friend or you somebody that's potential husband material, but you can't dibble and dabble in both areas. You get put in a category. So I'm just letting you know, be careful of that.
Oh, no, you're right. You're right. But my thing is, I'm with the celibate ones. Like, look, okay, you celibate, I bet you I can out-celibate your ass. You going to be asking me for sex before I ask you. And it's a man versus a woman. So, like you said, it's a friendly competition. But when you around these beautiful women, it attracts more beautiful women. See, that's the thing. That's the advantage. See, you ain't got to sleep with your friends. You can just get they're going to attract more beautiful women to you. They're like, who is this guy? Hey,
Okay.
Hey, He hanging. Who's the guy that hangs with the pretty women? I want to get with him. Yeah, what's up with him? Bam. See, so now
I'll
the pretty
take your
women
word
asking.
for it, man. I'm not a woman. I never been one, so you know, eh,
Yeah, we
I'm
gotta
not.
take it a little slow. We
Yeah, I'm not
older now. We
100%
can't.
sure that that's the way that it works. But if it worked for you, then okay.
You know, pretty women like to see other pretty women because they get hated on so much by the ugly women. You know, it's a war going on between females.
If
They
you
worse than blacks.
if you say so, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Hey, they can't even elect one. They can't even elect their own as president. They'd rather put a man in there.
But
And they want.
here becomes though the I was about to say the challenge, the potential pitfall. If
Okay.
one of them, what you call them, red bones, that's celibate or whatever, if she do end up, she want you, but y'all trying to out celibate each other, her pretty friends ain't paying no attention to you because they already know she wants you. So you just some guy that's trying to out celibate the chick that actually wants you. And now all of the other pretty girls that hang around her looking at you, and they know that she wants you, so you're off limits. So just something to think about.
Hey, man, it's an honor talking to the King of Talk. May God continue to bless your family. Thank you for taking my call, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. That was CK. I don't know how we got on that. It was a left turn. It was out of nowhere. We were talking about drug deals, and out of nowhere, yeah, I got these two red bones. What? Where did that come from? Was it? Did a sign pop up behind me or something? I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. Fake Dave Stinger. Fake Dave Stinger says, what's the root cause of being a drug dealer or gangbanger? Poverty, women, popularity, thrill of it, or record labels? I don't know, because I've never been a drug dealer. But just from the outside looking in, it might be a little bit of all of that. Well, I don't know about the record label part. I mean, it could be, I guess, but I could see somebody being in poverty thinking that's the way out. I could see somebody being confused by that and really believing this is the way. Women, look, y'all say what y'all want to say, but women tend to like dudes with a lot of money and who are flashy, in particular when they're younger. And most women don't care how he got the money. Y'all can pretend like y'all do, but y'all don't. He got a nice car. He got money. That's really what y'all care about. And men understand that. And so men will do whatever it takes to get women. And if that's how they perceive that they can get women, I could see some men, some males, saying, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Popularity, there is this culture. There is this culture. Really, it kind of does go to what CK was saying. If you are, and again, I don't know Jay-Z history, okay? Not a hip-hop guy. But if you are a hip-hop artist who's floated the idea that the way that you attain your wealth is through selling drugs, and you ain't let it go, like it's something you still talk about, it's something you still acknowledge, there's a culture for that. There is a culture that sees that and celebrates it. That exists. I mean, it's a real culture. I've heard people act on this show like, oh, if I saw my favorite drug dealer in the airport, I would run over and try to hug him. I've heard that. And what did he do? Oh, he sold drugs. Like that's, and they're like, that is to be celebrated. So there is a certain culture of it. And I would imagine for some people, the thrill of it exists. I mean, I think it's all of that and probably some more. All of that and probably some more. Brent says, E-Man, make sure you have Raven call in and tell you about Queen Noble cussing her out at least 4 times today. I feel bad for him. When people get on a roll like that, I feel bad. I feel bad for them because they can't let it go and they have access to you and you're tied to that phone and they know it. They know you got to answer it. The fake Dave Stinger says, I'm not fake, sir. You are definitely fake. But it's okay. I don't mind. You know, I just know that you're not the Dave Stinger that I know. And you're trying to portray yourself as that guy. And I know you're not that guy. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, no, all of that stuff exists. All of that stuff exists. And how we change it is we change it. That sounds like super simple. But that's how we change it. I don't think it's gonna change. Because I don't think a lot of people like to acknowledge unintended consequences. Like I saw Scott was saying, and I'm not saying Scott with the unintended consequences, but I'm saying like Scott was saying he shares his past as a part of his testimony. And I'm not against that. I'm not against that. To some degree, it's the way you're sharing your past. Like if you like, look, I did some bad stuff in my life. I mean, I even sold drugs and everything like that. That was the lowest part of my life. I did that horrible thing for a certain amount of time. And, you know, I was a horrible person. I didn't care about people. I didn't this, I didn't that. You highlight the negativity about it and then how you changed from it. That's one thing. But a lot of times, again, that's not the case. I've even heard preachers, because I think Alethea was on here, or Dominique, one of them, was saying, you know, even drug dealers and former preachers and stuff. I have heard preachers talk about their former lives as drug dealers, and they do the same thing. They glorify it. I was a big drug dealer in my city. I mean, I had every car you could think of. I had houses. I had money. Like I could go in whatever and pull out, you know, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000. I had, you know, $1 million cash here, and I had this and I had that, and women all over, you know. And you like, hold on. Are you trying to convince me that this is a bad life? Because the way that you're presenting it, you're not presenting it as a bad thing. Well, I had all of that, but all of that didn't bring happiness. Okay, that's your problem. I'm from the mindset of a person who might look at that and say, it's cool. Okay, you had all the cars and cash and money and women and the respect of, you know, and people feared you and respected you. And, you know, you was even in with certain business people. And this is for real, it ain't, of course, verbatim. But this is a for real testimony that I heard a pastor tell. He was so influential in the city because, you know, he didn't use the term drug kingpin, but he was the biggest drug dealer in the city, and he had politicians and police on his payroll. So he was loved and he was respected and he was feared, and he had all the money you could dream of, and he had houses and cars and women, and you couldn't tell him nothing. He could go anywhere, and he had he rented, because he didn't say he owned, but he had access to a private plane, and they could just jump on the plane and go anywhere they wanted to go, and him and his people, his crew, and they lived the best life and blah, 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 but I was empty inside. Like, bro, your emptiness inside was your fault. Shoot, man, what you talking about? I can have all the money and the hoes and the respect and the this and the that. I can have all of that, and I'm not empty inside right now. Let me go sell some drugs. But then God changed my life. And now what you got? Now you driving a Honda. You know what I'm saying? You got a mortgage. And you know what I'm saying? How are depending on the mindset of the person, how are they processing this information? You just made selling drugs look good, real good. So that's why I say it all depends on how you put the message out there, even though your intention is one thing. Like I said, there are those unintended consequences. So that's why I always say, no matter how much you enjoyed it, don't run around talking about, if you're trying to discourage people from living that lifestyle, you don't talk about all of the perks of living that lifestyle. That's just logic to me. So I don't know, Scott, if you run around telling people how you was balling out when you was doing whatever it is you was doing as part of your testimony, then you might want to change that part up. DeAndre say humble bragging is passive aggressive. Yeah, but again, I don't even think that's what they think, that they're not trying to do it that way. They really think that what they're saying is they're letting people know, you know what I'm saying, you might be living this lifestyle and it might look good to you, as you live in it, but there's a different way that's better, and so on and so forth. So they're trying to acknowledge, and this is all just my opinion. It's just my opinion. Different people think about it different ways. But that's why I don't think that the culture will change for the better. I don't think the culture will change for the better. Dina says, how should these people present this information? People see cancer commercials and still smoke cigarettes. You can't control how people interpret what they hear or see. But Dina, that's what I'm saying. That's how you should present it. If that preacher comes to my church, the one who talked about he had all the cars and private jets and all the influence and all of the money and all of the women, and he was still empty, you're not discouraging me from doing it. But if you talk about, yeah, I was a drug dealer and that's a horrible life. I was always looking over my shoulder. People were out to get me. It's horrible and it's bad. And I was deep into it. And I was empty inside. But then God changed my life. I didn't celebrate the drug life at all in that statement. I didn't celebrate it at all. I told the truth. Not me personally, but you know what I'm saying? I would have told the truth. That's how you present it, in my opinion. That's how you present it. You present it as a bad thing because it's a bad thing. And then, sure, there are still going to be people who do it, but ain't nobody's probably going to be able to say, I did it because of the way that pastor said it. Oh, he made it sound good. That's like, I didn't care what that pastor was talking about. See, that's he saw a cancer commercial and still smoked. Like, okay, I heard him talk about how bad it was, but I still wanted to do it. Okay, that was somebody that was going to do it anyway. But you can't blame me for encouraging you to do it now, because I didn't do that in the way that I presented the information. Twin says it's a testimony, fool. What part of the sermon catch up? You missed it. What is sermon catch up? I don't know what type of church you go to. So, terminologies be different. I don't know what sermon catch up is. I'm sorry. I just don't. Also, I wanted to talk a little bit about, hold on. Let me deal with what Fame said. On the Wired Show, he was talking about on Wyatt Live. It's not the Wyatt Show. On Wyatt Live, he was talking about the stadium deal. And, you know, they're doing their negotiations and people threatening people and this and this and that. And my take on that is, and probably will be, and this ain't because I don't watch the NFL, because this was my take before I stopped watching the NFL. I was 100% against that whole stadium deal. I was 100% against that whole stadium deal. I don't like millionaires and billionaires taking taxpayer dollars to become multimillionaires and multi-billionaires. You got $1 billion, bro. Go build you a stadium. Go build you a stadium. And I'm not look, people used that scare tactic. Don't you want to be a major league city? Whatever. Again, there are 32 NFL teams, which means only 32 cities got them max. And don't a couple of cities, because I'm not watching now, but ain't it like a couple teams in LA now? Or maybe it's not. So you really maybe only got 30 cities with them. All of the other cities still exist. Like they keep trying to convince us, if the Bengals leave, the city just gonna shrivel up and die. Come on. What about all of the cities? Bit my tongue. What about all of the cities in the United States who don't have an NFL team? How do they exist? And like I was trying to express, look, if the Bengals left, okay, the Bengals gone. If the city was like, oh, we got to have something down there, you better come up with something else. Get some people together, get creative, and put something else down there to draw people. But they haven't done it yet because they haven't had to, because the Bengals still here. The Reds still here. They just got a Major League Soccer team. So they don't have to. That's what they perceive as their entertainment. That's right, 2 teams in New York, but they actually play in New Jersey. So, yeah. Y'all not scaring me about the Bengals leaving. Now, look, I'm not like, F the Bengals, let them leave. You know, I'm more about try to get a fair deal. Try to get a fair deal. If they gonna use it the way that they use it, then, and I just pulled up the lease agreement. I'd never read the lease agreement. But based on a lot of the little bit that I had to kind of browse through, and I'm sure some things might be a little up and down, but 9 years into the lease, the Bengals wasn't even paying $1 million a year to lease that stadium. In year number 9 of that lease, I'm gonna pull it up real quick because I don't want to give bad information. So I'm gonna read directly from the lease. That was in section 6.1. There it is. Year 1, they paid $1.7 million. Year 2, $1.6. Year 3, $1.5. Year 5, $1.4. So on and so forth. Year 9, they were at $900,000 a year for their lease payment. Their base rent was $900,000 a year. Now, no, $900,000, that's a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. So when people are using the analogy, what if you had an apartment building and then you're not even getting market rate for your apartment building? You're getting pennies for your renting that apartment out. So yeah, if I rent you the apartment for, I don't know, $20. It don't sound like a bad deal to be like, but if something break, you might have to fix it. What? I'm fixing up your property? Fool, you paying $20 a month. I could get $1,600 a month for that. You're only paying $20. So for me to ask you, you know what I'm saying, to fix something here and there, not that big of a deal. And then you got mandatory upgrades. Hold on, so you telling me that because that apartment building got marble floors and that apartment building got marble floors, and then that apartment building get marble floors, now that trigger, I got to put in marble floors, and you still only got to pay $20 a month? Because, you know, they have things in the lease, and I'm going to go through it, I'm going to read it all. But they have things in the lease that say if a certain number of teams have this amenity, they got to have it too. And the county got to pay for it. So using the apartment analogy, yes, if that apartment building get it and that apartment building get it and that apartment building get it, I got to have it. But my rent don't change. You got to pay for it and you got to pay to maintain it. But my rent don't change. It just keep going down. That's not a good deal. Now, using the apartment analogy, would you want that? Would you want that? You want me to come into your space that you done bought, built specifically? You built a space specifically for me that I pay you $20 a month for? And my rent keep going down? And you gotta make it look like the Joneses? Yeah, I gotta keep up with the Joneses on your dime. I'm not saying I want the Bengals to leave or anything like that, but I'm just saying if they left, I think Cincinnati would be all right. Stop trying to convince me Cincinnati would die. I mean, I hope they come to a conclusion, a deal that's good for everybody. Now, again, me personally, because this was floated, I think the best thing to do would be you are a private, or like the Cincinnati Bengals is not owned by Cincinnati. That's a franchise of the NFL. Just like the McDonald's down the street is not owned by, I don't know, whatever area you in. That McDonald's in Roseline ain't owned by Roseline. It's a franchise of McDonald's, and they just put one there. You have no ownership of that. So I don't know that Roseline is responsible for building the McDonald's, maintaining the McDonald's, upgrading the McDonald's, because it brings some tax to Roseline. Same thing on a much larger scale. But we did. We built the McDonald's. We took taxpayer dollars and we built the McDonald's for the McDonald Corporation to have a franchise in Roseline. We built it. And they pay us $50 a month to rent it. And they demand that we upgrade it. Every time, if they get one of them, you know, a new facade at their McDonald's, then y'all got to put a new facade on our McDonald's. But we don't own the McDonald's. You know what, McDonald's Corporation? Build y'all own damn building. I think that's reasonable. I don't care. Move to Mason, move to Northern Kentucky, move wherever you want to move. You're going to be in an area. The Cincinnati's still going to benefit from them tax dollars if you're still in the Cincinnati area. Cincinnati's still going to benefit from them tax dollars. And if you move out of the Cincinnati area, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. But if you ask me, the best deal, all of these publicly funded stadiums all over the country, it's just wild to me. To me, that's just corporate welfare. That's just corporate welfare from the people who complain about not wanting to see poor people get benefits. Something wrong with you if you're poor and you get benefits, you're lazy. You waiting for the government to make a difference in your life. Why you relying on the government to make a difference in your life? Why don't you do it yourself? Oh, but they don't mind billionaires relying on the taxpayers, the government, to make a difference in their lives. They not lazy. They not bad. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Use their money. Don't use your own. Yeah, I just don't agree with that. I just don't agree with that. But in as much as it's the way it's done, I guess, I'm not mad at Hamilton County. Not mad at them. Do what you got to do, I guess. I mean, are there some benefits? I'm sure there are. Heck, y'all get to say, my Cincinnati Bengals, we won and we lost and we this, and y'all ain't played a damn down. Y'all get to pay them to promote they brand. Y'all know I'm all for that. If y'all want to buy another afternoon experiment shirt, let me know. I'm for that. They make you feel like you own it. They make you feel like, you know what I'm saying? It's a part of the city. This is the city's team. It's not. It's just like McDonald's and Roseline. You don't own it. You don't own it. I remember when this story, ain't even really no reason for me to tell the story. I remember when they opened Popeyes over here in my area where, at like Vine and Mitchell over here. I remember when they opened Popeyes. I had a coworker. I'm going to say his name just because he be being a hater. Freddie Red. And Freddie Red was telling everybody, like, ooh, y'all should go to our Popeyes. Y'all got to support our Popeyes. We got a new Popeyes. Because I guess at that time he lived in the area. So for him, it was like he owned Popeyes. Like, he talked about it like he had Popeye in, what area is this? Would that be Avondale? He had stock in Popeye's Avondale. You know what I'm saying? That's how he was talking about it. He was on the radio doing free commercials. It's a brand new Popeyes over there on Mitchell Avenue. Just right now, fine. You should go stop by and buy something. Support our Popeyes. And I was like, I had to tell him, stop. Bro, we don't own that Popeyes. And if they want us to do commercials, they need to pay for some commercial time. Stop doing free commercials for Popeyes. But for some people, they just, they feel that sense of, and I get it, I'm saying, in particular with an NFL team, it's worldwide and it's got the name of your city on it. And you like, I'm repping my city. No, you're repping that franchise. You telling everybody that the Bond Hill Popeyes is better than the other Popeyes. Our Popeyes is the best. F they Popeyes. We make the best chicken over at our Popeyes. And y'all be hardcore about it too. Like, people be fighting and stuff. Can you imagine the Bond Hill Popeyes and the Coleraine Popeyes getting into a fight about which Popeyes is the best Popeyes? Our wings is better than y'all wings. No, our wings is better than y'all wings. It's the same wing. Y'all own it. That sound crazy. And you be like, they out in the street fighting. What they fighting over? Well, he live in Bond Hill and he live in Coleraine. And he said that his Popeyes is better than his Popeyes. And he said, no, it ain't. My Popeyes is better than your Popeyes. And they got into a fight. Popeyes don't care. They just want that money. It's the same. The Browns is fighting the Bengals fans. Why? Why? Y'all fighting over which franchise is the best franchise. It ain't your city.
What?
So yeah, that's why I don't care about the daggone. Even when I was watching the NFL, and I would root for Cincinnati and Minnesota, but I wasn't hardcore about it like that, because I understood I don't own neither one of these teams. They don't pay me. They not paying me. Twin says it's called a rivalry. All right. So then why don't you, at the Finneytown Kroger, why don't y'all get into a fight about, the Clifton Kroger? They bigger than the Finneytown Kroger. They milk is better than the Finneytown Kroger milk. So what, you and the Clifton milkman gonna get into a fight? It's a rivalry. It's a rivalry. It's the same daggone franchise, bro. It's a stupid rivalry. Now, if it's for fun, that's one thing. I get a nice fun rivalry. You talking about people getting into actual fights. Would you get into a fight with the milkman at the Clifton Kroger? Because he said his milk was better than your milk. How stupid would that be? If y'all want to have a friendly rivalry, sure. You do know we battle each stores. So y'all be fighting over who got the best milk at Kroger. Over which Kroger got the best milk. Y'all be fighting about that? Like y'all be rumbling at Kroger. Y'all be rumbling at Kroger over who got the best milk. No, because it's stupid. That would be stupid. Twin say, now you extra. It's the same thing, twin. It's the same thing. The NFL is just like Kroger. And they have 32 franchises around the country. Think of them like Kroger store. You got one Kroger corporation with 32 stores.
It's glitching a little bit.
What? What's glitching? Oh, it is glitching. I'm glitching a little bit. The little baby just showed me. See, I'm not moving yet. It is glitching. What did you do to it?
It was not me.
It wasn't glitching before you came over here.
Oh.
You made it glitch.
No, I didn't.
Now you got to unglitch it.
I'm not leaving.
You ain't got to leave. You just got to unglitch it.
I don't know how.
You better figure it out.
It's moving late.
It is moving late. Y'all, I think we about to
Stop the
am I
stream
glitching for y'all? Am I glitching? Cause it is like I move and then it don't move. Okay, they say it looked good. If I freeze up and I had to end the podcast or end the show, it's not really a podcast, and I had to end the show, then I'ma just have to end the show. But I did want to talk about Twin's favorite topic for a minute. Lewis says yes, so it is glitching. And Quintano says yeah. All right. And I'm laggy. Okay. Y'all wasn't gonna tell me? The little baby had to come and tell me. The little baby had to come and tell me.
It's glitching very much.
It's your fault. You did it.
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
But yeah, y'all see where Donald Trump pardoned them police in, was it D.C.?
You're glitching, not me.
Pardoned them police in D.C. killed that dude and then covered it up, got caught, and went to jail. Or did they ever go to jail? They were out pending appeal. A rare occasion where police do some bad stuff, they get caught, they get prosecuted, they get convicted, and your president pardons them while they're waiting on their appeal. He don't care about y'all. He just doing stuff. He's just doing stuff. Right, Janice. He don't care what anybody thinks. He just doing stuff. And did y'all see that there's a poll, allegedly, where Donald Trump Jr. is leading, some GOP poll where Donald Trump Jr. is leading as the potential candidate for 2028? I know it's early, but man. Ron says, now that's some bull. Ron, you voted for him. It's your fault.
Now it's glitching very much.
It's your fault, Ron. But, I mean, at least you're saying, here's why I give Ron credit, even though it is your fault. But I'll give Ron credit that at least on 2 separate occasions now, he has at least acknowledged something. He acknowledged that, what's his name? Elon Musk did the Nazi salute. He didn't try to make excuses and say it wasn't really a Nazi salute and blah, blah, blah. He acknowledged that's what it was. Now, he didn't go far enough to say he shouldn't have done it and people doing the Nazi salute should not be in government. But at least he acknowledged that it happened. And he's acknowledging that he's acknowledging that it's messed up that he pardoned those officers. So that's something. That's something. And I respect that. Oh, Ron says, I told you I didn't vote for him and I didn't vote for him. I didn't vote for president. Oh, you did say that. I don't believe you, but you said it. So I'll take your word for it. I don't believe you, but I'll take your word for it. Daryl says it's the Democrats' fault too. Well, I agree. I agree if you're saying what I think you're saying. Let me finish reading what you're saying before I wholeheartedly agree with you. It's the Democrats' fault too. Them MFs are too docile. They have been real hush-hush. It's like they went away with their tails between their legs. Okay, I kind of agree with you. I thought you were going a different direction. But I do kind of agree with you. But I'm not sure yet what they can or should be doing. I see them talking about it. I see Democrats talking about how bad the stuff that he's doing is. I'm not sure what we want. But here's what I will say. And my brother posted something similar to this. He said, Democrats, moving forward, I don't want to hear no Democrat tell me what they can't do. I don't want to hear no Democrat talking about, we can't do that. We can't do this. Donald Trump signed an executive order to end birthright citizenship, which is in the Constitution. He tried to amend the Constitution via executive order. Now, a judge has come out and said, bro, you sound like a damn fool. It's in the Constitution. You can't do that. But he did it. He didn't care that it was unconstitutional. He didn't care about all that kind of stuff. He said, this is what I want to do. I'm going to do it. And then let the court say I can't. I'm going to do what I want to do and let the court stop me. But I'm not going to not do it. Democrats, man, y'all can take a lesson from this. Oh, we can't, reparations won't pass. You can't do that. Just do it. Let the courts figure it out. Get a black president in there and sign an executive order giving reparations to black people. But you can't do that. It would never hold up. So let them fight about it in court. Let them have the conversation open and out loud in court. Stop saying what you can't do. Just do it. Just do it and let them fight about it in court. Just do it. Donald Trump doing it. He don't care if it's legal or if it's not legal. He just doing it. And then they be like, bro, that's not constitutional. And he like, hey, I tried. We'll try again. Maybe I'll figure out a way to word it so that it becomes legal. But you can't say I didn't try. Yeah, Democrats need to be taking note of this. He gonna push Project 2025 through. He don't care what y'all say. I think we gonna have concentration camps, and he ain't gonna care. The court gonna have to say, you can't hold all of those people of color in concentration camps in Arizona. You got to let them people go. But he gonna try it. Ron says, that was my point exactly about the Democrats and why I said you keep doing something over and over. It's insanity. That's not what insanity is. I hate when people say that. I know it's I don't know why it bothers me so much, but I hate when people say that. You hear me? I hate when people say that.
Yes.
All right. So don't you say it. What are you not going to say? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. That's not true. That's not the definition of insanity. Don't you say it.
It's still glitching.
I don't care about no glitching right now. Don't you say that.
But just remember, it's glitching.
Yeah, just don't you say it. Because it makes me mad. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here.
No, I like it glitching.
I got to get out of here.
No.
Yes. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I got a few things that I have to do today. And I want everybody to, I won't say stay warm. It's just still cold. Like it says in the 30s, but that's, better than being one. Oh, hold on. Let me grab this. Oh, I got a couple calls coming in. Oh. Hold on. Let's go here. Caller.
Hey, Emanuel, it's Jerica.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Hey, little baby, how are you?
Great.
Good. So I wanted to call in before you got off and tell the family I appreciate all of the love that was shown to me yesterday. The well wishes, the happy birthdays, the enjoy your night, and the Cash App, it's virtually. So, yes, I just wanted to call and say I appreciate it.
All right. Well, you can't
and
beat
yours
that.
as well.
That's what I want us to be all about. Is just showing love to one another. Did it make you smile?
It did. It's making me smile right now.
All right. See, that's what it's all about.
And it's good. And it made up for you throwing me under the bus in regards to not buying a sweatshirt. Yeah. Don't think I'm going to ever let that go. Ever. Never. I'm never going to let it go.
Hey.
At your funeral, if I show up and I speak, I'm going to say that. So you'll hear it.
You brought that on yourself, you know.
I guess I was playing with fire. Whatever. There's that.
Well,
Did I have a good night?
I'm glad that you had a good evening, a good birthday.
Yes.
And
yes, I did.
Yeah, that makes me feel good. And thank you, Afternoon Experiment family, for helping her have a good birthday. That's
yes, you did.
I want that to be what we're mostly about.
Yes, and I appreciate it.
All right.
All right, that's all I want to call in for.
I appreciate it. Have a great evening.
All right.
All right.
You too. Bye.
All right. So, yeah, there you go. Y'all made somebody's night. Y'all made somebody's birthday special. And I want to see us do more like that. Try to get out of here. Caller.
Why you go say caller? You know who it is, man. See, I was gonna give you a break from your bogus podcast and the stuff you be speaking.
Oh my God.
Is that little baby right there, man?
Yeah, she right there.
Gotta respect. What's up, E man?
What's up? What did I say that's wrong today?
I know you mentioned my name. You know you.
I did not mention your name except for when you sent in comments.
You know, you said twin, and you in the sentence and the words you were saying and everything, and I want to go call that itchy finger, man, and stuff that I used to practice at, shooting ranges and all that. It's just like, dang, just go ahead and push the button. Say, man, I ain't gonna let this day go by fast. That thing away by him saying that crazy stuff.
What did I say that's crazy?
Every pastor, Emanuel, every preacher got a testimony.
Yes.
So you can't knock on what they saying. They been raped, probably set the buildings on fire. Everybody got to, they ain't got to really talk about no drug. It's called a testimony. It's called, if I can overcome, you can overcome. That's all it is, man. Ain't nobody doing no glorification and none of that. How you figure that, man? It's a testimony.
Well, I thought I explained my position quite clearly.
No, you ain't explained nothing, man. You said what you said like you do all the time. Trying to speak that nonsense, man.
What?
Go on with that, man. You ain't no what buts about it. I listened to you for the last 30, 40 minutes. I'm like, man, what is he talking about? And then you talk about
wait, hold on. You genuinely didn't understand what I was saying?
I understand. I try to understand, but you taking in Emanuel vocabulary and dictionary and all that. You use Emanuel dictionary and whatever you use. You just make up your own words.
Wait, so let me ask you this. Is it possible to talk about having been a drug dealer without talking
Man, yes, man.
Let me get the question out. You don't even know what I'm gonna say.
Because you always flipping, man. You be on a good roll at first. Then you do a whole 360. Man, come on, Emanuel. Dang. Go ahead, man. What you about to say, player?
Are you gonna let me get it out?
Yeah, man.
All right. So you really don't think that it's possible to talk about being a drug dealer without talking about all of the money that you made and all of the women that you had, all the cars that you had, and all that kind of stuff?
I knew it was coming. Why you just didn't let me finish what you was going to say? I knew you was going to say that. You should have just let me finish while cutting me off.
That's what I said.
It's okay. I knew you was going to say that, man. Come on. I can read between the lines. Emanuel, it's cool to say that, man. Because some people look, Emanuel, you a counselor, and I'm coming to you. I need help. Serious help.
Hold on, I'm a what?
Emanuel, look,
I am not a counselor.
I'm saying if you're a counselor or something.
Counselor? Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
Man, whatever, man. Get it. And then everything, I'm coming to you like, man, how can you help me, man? I've been hustling. I've been doing this. I've been doing it. Help me. And I come to you and, you know what, twin, I was once born in your position. I did this. I did that. This is what you can do. That's all, man. Churches ain't nothing but, a recovery center, man. It's like the hospital or whatever.
Right.
and everything, man.
Twin, so you can say.
So when you go there for guidance and teaching and understanding, better yourself.
I do like
And
guidance.
be a better person, be a witness to somebody else. Hey, son. Hey, Daddy did 40 years. Son, I don't want you to go around there. Go ahead and go to Kroger and put some milk up and stuff. Make that little $11. I know Daddy made 100,000 grand or whatever. Daddy, you did that? Yeah. But, son, I don't want you to go that way. I did 50 years in here. You don't want to do that, man. Look, let me show you a video of this. Look at this. You like this? You like this? The white man tell you to get up and stuff at 4 o'clock in the morning, cook child and down, child time. You like this? That's how you look at him, man.
What?
That's how you look at it.
What? But maybe.
You don't know, man.
But twin.
That's why I can't explain to you, 'cause you don't know.
But twin, maybe.
Come on, be real for a minute.
I'm about to be as real as I can be. Maybe if you didn't tell that fictitious child the glorious part of being a drug dealer, they wouldn't even.
It ain't gotta be no. Look,
they wouldn't even think about whatever it is. If you didn't tell them that the bad thing was good, maybe they wouldn't even consider doing it. If you didn't talk about all of the women that you had sexual relations with and how good it was, maybe they wouldn't want to be out there and be a whore.
Check it out. You did. I don't have to be about drugs. I don't have to tell my son nothing. What if he go around his friends? He go, hey, Dad, can I spend the night at Juju house? Yeah, go over there. He come back, hey, Dad, guess what? What? Juju Daddy had a lot of money on the bed. I say, oh, yeah? What do you do? And then I think he had some white, too, balled up, and a plastic and all that. Now, look, my son hooked up with Juju. Juju done told my son how to get money. It ain't got to be about me, twin telling his son that. It's about your surroundings, man.
But, twin, what you don't seem to understand is that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about people talking about their drug, not just kids being exposed to it, but people talk about it and glorifying it.
I mean, that's not glorifying, man. They saying if I can, even though I did this, made this, I set this record label up, but I did this, put a lot of guys on. Man, I mean, I did. I know it was wrong or whatever, but hey, it's the hustle, I know.
But okay, now let me use your example. All right, so Juju, was it Juju or did your kid go over Juju's house? Your kid go over Juju.
Just making that was an example.
Okay, I know, that's right. So I'm gonna use your example. So your kid go over Juju's house, and Juju daddy have a whole lot of money and some white stuff and some plastic, right? And your kid come home and say, Daddy, Juju had all of this money and blah, blah, blah. And you like, well, you know what? Your daddy used to do that too. Your daddy had just as much money, and your daddy had cars, and your daddy had women, and your daddy had houses. Your daddy had everything. No, you telling your son this. No, this is what you telling your child. Your daddy had houses and cars and women, and he had private jets, and he had police on his payroll. You don't want to go that route, son. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just say, look, trust me, it's not as good as it look over there. I might have done the same thing, and I'm telling you, it's a hard life. You don't want to go down that route. I spent 10 years in jail doing that. Then that's what I'm
nobody to do that.
So that's what I've been saying the whole show. You don't glorify. Yes, you don't glorify it. If you got to talk about it, you talk about how bad it was. You don't talk about the good stuff.
Man.
It is if you're talking about how good it was. That's glorification.
That's not. No, it's not glorification, man. No, it's not.
It is.
That's a testimony, man.
It's a testimony where you're glorifying it.
But look, God took me out of this. When they get up there inside the record company, I used to do this and all that, but look where I'm now. I'm $1 billion man. I ain't doing no dope. If I can come out the streets, the ghetto, and do this, y'all can do it too.
Exactly. If you're telling them, I got out the streets by selling drugs, and if I got out the streets, you can get out too. You're telling them, go sell some drugs. That's how you get out the streets.
No.
Yes.
That ain't... You taking a whole... that's why I should have just not even hit the... use my horn today. I just should have just kept listening. Because you just flip the things around. Just like that stadium deal. You just talk about that stadium and everything. Man, if the Bengals lead this town, it's a ghost town down there at night like it is now in Cincinnati if the Bengals lead this town. Stop playing, man.
If
You
the
need to
Bengals,
stop.
if the Bengals lead this town will
That
be all right.
business go
This
dead,
town will
and just
be
go
all
quit
right.
lying. You better
This
agree.
town will be
You better-
just fine.
I can't even talk to you because you don't even watch sports. So how can I talk to you,
Well,
relate to you?
Any reasonable
tell me
person,
about wrestling.
any reasonable person knows that what you're saying isn't true.
No,
Have you?
you're a
Hold
damn
on. Let
laugh.
me
It
ask you
ain't
this.
true.
Have
If
you
some
ever?
y'all
Okay,
used to-
hold on. Have you
if
ever
some
been?
y'all used
Have
to,
you
it ain't
ever?
true.
Oh my goodness. Have you ever been to Birmingham, Alabama?
Yeah, I've been to Birmingham, Mobile, all that. What a
Okay, quick.
foot washing all that BS.
Hold
Come
on. Can I
got
finish?
people down there.
Can I finish? Have you
Yeah.
ever been to Memphis, Tennessee?
I got people in Memphis, man.
Then just say yes.
Okay, yeah.
Neither of those cities have an NFL team, and somehow they still
They got
exist.
an NBA team.
It don't
Go
matter.
ahead, man.
We
They got
because we
NBA
got
teams.
Major League Soccer and Major League Baseball. So NFL leaving won't mean the end of Cincinnati.
Memphis got a basketball team.
And we
football
got a
team. Stop
baseball
playing.
team.
Man, who the hell go keep going to a damn raid?
Who the
Stop
hell gonna
playing.
keep going to see the Memphis Grizzlies? People.
Come on, man. Let all that go and see what happened to Memphis.
They don't
It
have
don't crumble a little
again.
bit, man.
It's so frustrating because you just
And some
ignore
don't know.
you
It's
ignore
something
the
you-
parts
you
of
get
the
used
of
to
the
some-
conversation that either you don't like or don't understand. My point is you don't need an NFL team to exist as a major city. You don't.
Okay. Let me see. Let me tell you this, Emmanuel. You take the Bengals out. You take that Jazz Fest out. What you gonna have, Emmanuel?
The
Where you
Reds
gonna
and
get your
the
revenue?
Reds and Major League Soccer.
Ain't nobody into that, man.
A
Ain't
whole
nobody
lot
go
of people are into that.
That thing go decrease, go crazy like a mud. If the Bengals lose,
Wait,
I mean, get
just
away
so I'm clear, you believe nobody goes to see the Reds?
They don't have no bigger crowd.
I didn't ask you that. You believe nobody goes to see the Reds?
They go there, but they not going.
All right. You believe nobody goes to see FC Cincinnati?
Now they do.
So then they go. What are you talking? Let me calm.
Okay.
Tell me to calm down.
No, they not gonna make as much as money as they is. It's gonna be a dead town, man.
Okay.
It's gonna be.
It's gonna be dead,
town.
just like Birmingham, just like Memphis.
Memphis and all that jumping, man. They got the Grizz and everything.
But they
else
don't
jumping up
have
here.
an NFL team. That's my point. You don't need
They
an
ain't been having no
NFL
damn
team.
NFL team,
Right.
but they
That
jump.
proves that you don't need an NFL team for your city to
No,
be
it don't.
jumping. So you do need an NFL team for your city to be jumping.
Memphis is bigger than
Hold
Cincinnati,
on.
man.
Do
And it's
you
a lot
need
to, it's
twin?
a lot to do. It's
Twin.
a north side, east side, west side.
Twin,
Memphis.
do you need an NFL team for your city to be jumping?
And somebody that was pumping a lot of money in your city,
do
yes,
you need an NFL team for your city to be jumping?
If somebody was pumping a lot of money in your city, you do, man.
Twin, do you need
No, I'm not
an
agreeing with
NFL
you.
team? I'm
Yeah,
asking a question.
Yeah.
So
You
then
say-
Memphis
you got
ain't
my
jumping.
answer.
So then Memphis ain't jumping.
Yeah, Memphis goes.
They don't
they've
have
been
an
jumping.
NFL team.
They got an NBA team. They got the
I
Memphis,
asked a simple question. Come on,
They
bro.
got the Memphis
Stop
Tigers. It's a-
trying to be
no,
so
you're not gonna
hard-headed.
Get me on that.
Dude.
I've been to Memphis, man.
all right.
I've been to Memphis.
All
so
right.
you're not gonna get me on that.
No, logic.
Stop playing, man.
No, I
There's
can't
so
get
much
you
to
on
do in
logic.
Memphis.
You're right. Logic is not a part
they
of this
ain't never
conversation
hit,
anymore.
No, they ain't never hit no NFL team. They been jumping. So gone.
Right,
with
so
that.
you don't
Next
need
question.
an NFL team as a city to be jumping.
If they take the Tigers out, they take Beale
Oh, my
Street out of Memphis, they take the Grizzly out, what
Oh,
they
my
gonna
God.
have then, Emmanuel? What they gonna do then?
Twin.
Well, they know where the money was jumping.
Twin.
They take that big old
Twin.
outlet mall out
Twin.
down there, the Nike outlet. Stop playing, Emmanuel.
Oh my goodness.
You know he was speaking the truth early. I don't agree with that.
Oh, my
it's the truth.
Twin.
Let them take
Twin.
Bengals out of here. See what happens.
And we'll still survive.
You go see how much money go. You know, see
We
how
will
much money
still
go,
survive. We'll still survive.
Huh? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So every city that's jumping got an NFL team.
No, man.
Exactly. You don't need an NFL team for your city to be jumping. can't believe that was so hard to. I can't believe it. I can't believe that was so hard to get and to understand. You got a city that don't have an NFL team that has other major league teams and major college sports like Cincinnati. Yeah, you need an NFL team to be jumping. Is Memphis jumping? Yeah. Do they have an NFL team? No. But you need one to be jumping. But that city jumping. Yeah. Do they have an NFL team? No. Do you need an NFL team to be jumping? Yeah. Is Memphis jumping? Yeah. Do they have an NFL team? No. Yeah, I got to get out of here.
No.
Yes.
No, I like the glitch.
I want all y'all to enjoy the rest of y'all evening. Try to stay warm. And you gonna say it this time?
What?
As always.
I'm not saying it.
All right. Be the reason that somebody smiles today. Till next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace. Oh, you want to see the balloon?